Hello, my fellow audio snobs. We're here today, live in Snob City, and wherever you are, I hope you're snobbing it up. Now, on the docket today, we're talking about vinyl jackets and why they matter. Now, we're sellers here, and I've been selling for a few plus years, 2, 3 plus years, sold about 5,000 plus records. My link's in the description, but we educate the community. So, why do vinyl jackets matter? Well, let's start with one that looks great, and it certainly matters. Here we have ELO Out of the Blue 1977 original. Now, what's inside this vinyl jacket that makes it matter, and what about this vinyl jacket that makes it matter? So, boom. First thing, beautiful, clean, right? Nothing wrong with it. And it's a gatefold. So, folks, we're getting into vinyl terminology here, but a beautiful, nice gatefold. It's a one opening. You know, you're not dealing with, trifold where you're starting to opening different different things. But nice, simple, beautiful. Now, what else about it? Well, it's got inserts. And inserts are different things that are inside that you can use to be able to surmise which pressing it is. But these are often sought after by collectors, and guess what? Most people, they pulled these out right away and they played with them. So this is a great example. These are little pop outs, so these are really nice to own. So these cutouts, they're definitely on the rarer side. I've owned 10 of this, and this is the first time I've ever seen it. Easily an extra $10 in value. Now inside this, we also have the original inner sleeves. Now I put them in an additional inner sleeve to protect them, but they also have the lyrics on them. So people really like when they have everything that was original back in 1977 still there, even down to fan club inserts and poster, buy t-shirt pages, right? People like these things. It shows how things were sold back then. And of course, we have the original poster. Everybody loves the original poster, yet maybe 1 in 20 has one, right? So it's really nice when you can get the original poster in beautiful shape, because guess what? People, they just threw them on their walls. So just in, ELO Out of the Blue, we've got, that it's a gatefold. How, the vinyl was stored. You have cutouts, you have a poster. You start adding all these things up, and it's worth double what just a standard, jacket with a record, with the records inside it is. So really beautiful. Now, another thing that is nice to know, good terminology, is embossed. So you can have embossed, that's raised lettering, and that can help you decide if something's an original, like this Eagles here. Sometimes you get it where it's not embossed. Immediately, I know it's not an original. Another really good example is the textured Fleetwood Mac cover. So when you slide your fingernails over the Fleetwood Mac cover, if it's completely smooth, then it is not the original. So getting the textured cover where it's just slightly raised, you're going to be able to feel it right away. And it's very important to sell and to be able to value yourself when you're buying it. A guilty pleasure of mine, folks, is going to be the Ronco pop-up. Now, pop-ups, you can have different ones, such as Jethro Tull, but guilty pleasure, right? Isn't that beautiful? I mean, this is just beautiful. It's not worth anything, at least not, but to me it is. I like it. I mean, look at it. It's just a beautiful pop-up, a lot going on in it, and people love to collect pop-ups. Specifically, if something's missing the pop-up, it's definitely not as desirable. So people seek out the pop-ups of their favorite pressings. Now we're getting into some dry material, but here's a good example of a first press. So being able to identify your first presses, right? The ones that were the originals or the most true original, right? So here's a good example. Some Girls, the Rolling Stones, you have these, you have all of the celebrities' faces being shown in the jacket. And what that is, folks, is during the second press, third press, these faces were removed due to copyright issues. So this one, it's worth double of a third press. That's just how it is. It is the more sought after pressing because of the jacket. Now, sometimes you can't always tell. Here's Aerosmith. This is a first state sleeve. And the first state sleeves, you have to start getting into the fine details to be able to determine if it's the true original. But people seek out the original. The earliest pressings matter. Now, jumping into maybe something that I think is really interesting is the ones that, again, more inserts. These are, you might think of them as gimmicks, sort of like that pop-up. But these are the ones that are sought out. This Three Dog Night, if I don't have all 7 cards of Three Dog Night, then I auction. Because these cards, these are little poker cards, but they're not little, they're huge. They are cool, though. And so people, if they're going to buy this album, they're buying it with the 7 cards. They're not going to buy this without the 7 cards. It's just that simple. That's what makes it worth a few extra dollars. And the final thing we brush into is going to be die cut. And die cut, you see these on a lot of Soul Funk, Donna Summers, Curtis Mayfield. The die cut is going to be the way that it was made, the way that this was cut, and it's also often used to tell the pressing. So with that, it's a short video. If you want to follow us on this epic vinyl quest, then hey, like or subscribe. If not, I'm not going to grovel. It is what it is.